My job is interesting because I get to deal with all kinds of personalities and characters at all different levels within and outside of the organization. There's a lot of persuasion, a lot of implications, a lot of agendas, a lot of politics if you fall into that. A lot of people. And quite often I get asked the question of how do you do it? How do you deal with the characters, the blowback, the politics? How do you deal with this? My initial answer is always the same. Jokingly, I will say dark chocolate and lots of green tea. But it's deeper. The real answer is I do people. I don't do politics. I do relations and rationale, not just whatever's going on at the time. See, if you deal with the person, everything else will fall into place. You can either resolve or solve or implement or not. But it's the interaction thereof that really makes the difference, whether you get it done or not. Person versus position. Yes, we respect the position. We'll always respect the position, but do we respect the person? And if we don't respect the person, then how do we deal with their position? I'm reminded of a story. I believe he was a senator or held some public office, and he spoke at a convention, and they had him back the second year, only this time he was retired. He was no longer in office. And as he was giving his speech, or it may have been seminar, he went off key of his speech, and he looked down at his styrofoam cup of which he was drinking coffee, and he said, you know, last year this time I was here and I did this training and I had a nice time, as I usually do. He said I was still in office at that point. He said, and as I look back on it, I realized that I was flown here first class. When I got to the airport, somebody picked me up, drove me to the hotel, checked me in. Didn't have to do anything. Everything was already arranged. And when it's time for me to come here, the limo picked me up, brought me in through the back door, had me set up in a waiting room, dressing room, asked me what I wanted. And when I said coffee, they brought me this nice, beautiful ceramic mug of coffee, flavored as I like it. This year when I came, I flew coach. I made my own arrangements. I caught a taxi from the airport. There was nobody there to meet me. When I got to the hotel, which was less than 5-star, I had to check myself in, carry my baggages up to my room, had to take an Uber from the hotel when it came time to come here, came in the front door, found my way to the back, had to find out where I was going to be waiting. And when I asked if there was any coffee, some guy that didn't even look at me kind of just pointed to the corner and said, it's over there. And so I fixed my own coffee and put it in this styrofoam cup of which I'm drinking. My point of that is, this time around, my value was just that of the styrofoam cup because it was just me. But when I came as the state senator, my position is what got me the beautiful ceramic mug and all of the other perks. Done with the story. Now my point of that is position versus person. No matter what your position, be the person that you want to be valued as, and give other people the same respect. Because you're not always going to be seen worthy of the beautiful ceramic mug. Sometimes you may not even get a styrofoam cup. Sometimes you may just get a wax paper cup. But if the person drinking from that cup is the same person that held that prestigious position, your value within still exists. Thoughts from the basement.